Welcome back to NEET Biology, and in today's session we study about the embryogeny in monocot. Dicot embryogeny or embryo development in dicot we already discussed in previous session. So you remember the stages of dicot embryo development, because the development of embryo in monocot is nearly similar up to octet stage of embryo according to dicot. So here first we study that how does the monocot embryo is developed. So first why it is called monocot, that you know. Monocot means a single cotyledon is present, and cotyledon का meaning है the leaf like structures which are present in embryo or leaves of embryo are called as cotyledons. So here you remember monocot embryogeny we discuss. Again here you remember also embryogeny means the zygote is formed, and zygote show the first stage of embryo development. So here you remember the zygote, diploid zygote. Again the zygote is also formed in monocot also at micropylar, and this zygote you remember enters into the transverse division, and upon transverse division means simple mitosis division, and due to transverse division the zygote first the two nuclei are formed, and then after the cell wall is proceed or cell wall formed by the cytokinesis. So two cells are formed here as we discussed in dicot embryo. The upper is called as terminal cell and lower is called as basal cell. Now the basic difference between the monocot and dicot embryogeny. In dicot, this basal cell regularly undergoes in transverse division and will responsible for the formation of suspensor. But in case of monocot, suspensor is completely absent in embryo, and this basal cell never undergoes in any division. Only this basal cell you remember increases in size and it grows as single cell ostotrium. So this part you remember, this is the main difference. In monocot, basal cell develop into ostotrium, and in dicot, basal cell is developed into suspensor, because the basal cell of dicot undergoes in regular transverse division. Terminal cell, similar to dicot, terminal cell you remember here, it divides by anticlinal division, or anticlinal division means you remember the divisions are exactly similar to, the divisions are exactly take place at a 90-degree angle. So this you remember. Now because of that, what is happening? The terminal cell, first division in here the transverse. So the next division you remember longitudinally take place in terminal cell, and this single cell ostotrium gradually increases in size because it stores huge content of reserve food, and that food is supplied towards the terminal cell, because entire embryo you remember in monocot develop from the terminal cell. Now the terminal cell next division, here the division take place by longitudinal plane. Now the division is take place by transverse plane. So because of that the four cells are formed, second division longitudinally, next division transversely, and because of that you remember four cells are formed, and again the next division is take place at a longitudinal plane, and because of that you remember the four cells will result in 8 cells from a single terminal cell. So if you recall the dicot embryo, Then this difference you remember clearly. In dicot embryo, here we draw the long slender suspensor, and in suspensor hypophysis and micropyle cells are present, but here only single cell haustorium. The terminal cell up to octate stage divides similar to the dicot, and this stage you remember, this stage is called as octade stage pro-embryo. Now after that you remember the outer four cells are called as peripheral cells or P cells, and centrally present cells को हमने name provide किया था L cells because these are appear clearly from the lateral surface. Now here you remember that monocot embryo development as compared to dicot quite take place easy and required the minimum divisions. So here you remember out of 4 cell, 4 P and 4 L cell, here you remember out of 4 cells of P and L tier, 3 cells start to divide at very fast rate. So here division symmetry you remember, division symmetry get disturbed. Out of 4, 3 P cells and 3 L cells divide at a very fast rate, and these fastly growing cells will develop into single cotyledon, whereas the slow growing cell, 4th cell of P tier and 4th cell of the L tier. So 4th cell of each tier divides at very slow rate, and अब क्या होगा आपका, when the 4th cell divide at a very slow rate or slow division है यहाँ पे, in that case you remember the progeny cells of the 4th slowly dividing cells, 4th P and 4th L, remain towards the base of the cotyledon, which is formed due to the rapid division in 3 cells. So divide at a very slow rate and remain present at base of cotyledon, and this base of cotyledon you remember it develop as plumule. So this part you remember, whereas in dicot plumule where we study, in dicot plumule is exactly present in the center of 2 cotyledon, but in monocot you remember, in monocot embryo plumule whenever present, it present at the base of the cotyledon, or you remember the surface where the cotyledon is completed, the formation of cotyledon is take place just at the base of that surface, the plumules we observe. So here we study directly the structure of developed embryo, that how does the monocot embryo is appear at maturity, and what are the plumule and radicle, and 2 additional parts are also present in monocot embryo, that plumule is protected by coleoptile and radicle you remember is protected by coleorhiza. So here when we study the structure of monocot embryo, so upon due to excessive division in P and L cell, here you remember such type of structure will appear. This is the single terminal cotyledon. This single cotyledon, it may be lateral in position also in grasses, and in grasses the single cotyledon is shield shape, and that shield shape cotyledon is commonly called as scutellum. That part we study in class 11th morphology chapter में आपने study किया हुआ है. So if you have any doubt about the scutellum, so you can go through the structure of monocot seed in morphology section. Okay, so these cells are present here. Only few cells I draw here, otherwise the diagram become quite complicated. And this is a single cotyledon. At the base of this cotyledon, we clearly appear the embryonal axis, and this embryonal axis, just for explanation I draw such type of structures, otherwise entire cells are here. And this part you remember, this is the embryonal axis. The upper half of embryonal axis here you remember is called as plumule. Lower half of the axis is called as radicle. As you all are knowing this part because this is a conceptual part. Additional part, plumule here you remember, protected by additional covering that is called as coleoptile, and the radicle is protected by coleorhiza. So these are the two additional structures which are present in monocot. Now when we study entire cells, so you can draw the cell, otherwise in theory exams actually that much time we are not having, because within a limited time you have to attempt all the question. So for that purpose only 2 or 3 layers of the cells only you can draw. And after that this part you remember, this is the plumule, that is we say base of cotyledon. So this part you remember, the plumule in monocot present at the base of cotyledon. Now you recall the diagram of dicot embryo, very short diagram I draw here. In case of dicot embryo, we draw the plumule, or this is the embryonal axis, and in this embryonal axis here the plumule is present just for comparative purpose. These are the two cotyledons. Embryonal axis, this part is called as epicotyle. Epicotyle will gives to plumule. The lower half of embryonal axis is called as hypocotyle, and hypocotyle you remember is gives to radicle, and the radicle you remember here protected by root cap. But the coleorhiza and coleoptiles are completely absent in case of dicot. So sometimes question actually asked for the differences between the monocot and dicot structure. So here you remember in monocot simple single cotyledon is present, in dicot 2 cotyledons are present. Plumule is present at the base of cotyledon in monocot. In dicot plumule is present exactly in the center of the cotyledon. Secondly you remember plumule is protected by coleoptile, radicle is protected by coleorhiza, but such structures are completely absent in dicot embryo. So this much you remember for the embryogeny in embryogeny in monocot. Main thing, if you provide an answer for your board exams, so in that case no need to explain each and everything. You can directly mention that up to the octet stage of pro-embryo, the divisions in monocot, exactly terminal cells, division in terminal cells are exactly equivalent to dicot. Only the difference is that in monocot, basal cell never be divided, it directly develop into a single cell ostotrium for providing the nutrition. And then after you directly come towards the structure of mature embryo, various shapes, that shapes we appear only in dicot, globular embryo, heart-shaped embryo and mature embryo. That kind of different shapes we never observe in case of monocot embryogeny. And in monocot means you remember predominantly when you study about monocot, so maize, sugarcane, wheat, rice, these are grasses are also, these are some common example for the monocot. So this much you remember for the today's session. With this I sum up my today's session. In next session, we discuss about the seed. Small topics are only remaining in second chapter. That seed and types of seed we discuss. Then fruit and types of fruit. Apomictic seeds are there. Polyembryony is there. And dormancy of seed के लिए 2 important examples are provided in NCERT. So that we will discuss, and with that we complete our second chapter. Okay. So by that time, stay connect with my channel. The students who are new for the session, they kindly subscribe my channel. अगर आपको पसंद आ रहा है उसी conditions में सब्सक्राइब करना है, अदरवाइज इट इज नॉट बाउंडिंग और नेसेसरी. अगर आपको लग रहा है कि समथिंग इज हेल्पफुल टू यू, आप कहीं कुछ इम्प्रूव कर पा रहे हैं अपने आप को, सो इन दैट कंडीशन यू काइंडली सब्सक्राइब माई चैनल, लाइक माई वीडियोज, and up to next session, stay motivated and work hard.